Good evening, I'm Clarice Tinsley. We can tell you most of the children injured in that school bus accident in Waxahachie have been released from the hospital. Troopers say the driver was monitoring children on the bus when he lost control on a rural road near Waxahachie. Natalie Solis first on Fox 4 from Children's Medical Center in Dallas, where some of those youngsters were taken. Natalie.
Well, Clarice, the most seriously injured child had a broken arm, and he's actually being treated somewhere else. But Children's Medical Center did receive the bulk of the patients. And as you mentioned, most of them have already been released, although we do know that one child is being kept overnight so he or she can undergo additional testing to make sure they aren't more seriously injured than they appear.
Sky 4 overhead, the school bus down below never making it to Clift Elementary School in Waxahachie. Instead, landing on its side a few yards off FM 879 after swerving and rolling over with 20 kids on board.
I was just sitting down, then the bus flipped over out of nowhere.
None of the kids strapped in because the bus isn't equipped with seat belts. The majority of students released from hospitals after lunch. 11-year-old Damian Beck was in the back seat when the driver lost control.
He was swerving just a little, and then he was starting going fast, and then we flipped over.
DPS troopers say the driver was distracted when the bus suddenly veered off the newly paved road.
The driver apparently was monitoring some of the children in the bus when he apparently went off on the wrong side of the road. If you notice back here, he went off into the oncoming lane.
He said, "I can't handle it," and then he flipped over.
Fortunately, no oncoming traffic at the time. 8 students transported to Children's Medical Center in Dallas, several others taken to Baylor Hospital in Waxahachie, including the youngest child on the bus, a 7-year-old boy with a broken arm.
My little girl called me and said, "Mommy, we're in a wreck on the school bus, come get me."
So when the bus tipped over, I fell into the aisle.
Like everybody flew to the top, and I hurt my leg from the metal bar that's holding up the seat.
Despite the 5th grader's injured leg,
The exit door, I couldn't open it, so I had to like push it, kick it. It still wouldn't open, and then I kept on trying and it opened. Then everybody escaped from the bus.
I got scared because this is my nephew, and I love him like my own kid. I'm proud of him for doing that.
All right, well, some pretty incredible actions by that 11-year-old boy opening that back emergency exit so the kids could get out. Now, the parents we talked to say they are just relieved that these children were not more seriously injured. You hear about a school bus rolling over, and of course, you think the worst. Clarice?
Yeah, and the video of that bus on its side, it just makes your heart skip a beat. So glad the children, Natalie, are going to be okay. What can you tell us about that bus driver? Was the driver injured, and what do we know about his driving record?
Right. Well, the bus driver we know was uninjured, and we actually did see him leaving the hospital there in Waxahachie. He's the gentleman with the dark green shirt and the baseball hat. Now, he did not wish to speak to us. The district has not said anything else about him just yet, but troopers do tell us that they plan to review the camera on board the bus and hopefully get a better idea of what happened in those moments right before he lost control. Clarice?
Natalie Solis live at Children's Medical Center. Thank you.